Good morning, everybody. This is just going to be a quick video to explain how to deal with your curves. I'm currently working on Project Dress-A-Girl dresses, and I always put heart pockets on my dresses. And so I wanted to show how I deal with the curves and how I get the nice rounded corners, crisp point here. So I thought you guys might like to know how to do this. I sew very carefully a 1/4 inch around, and as I'm doing around the curves, I just do a couple stitches and then I lift the foot and turn it a little bit, because you can't just move the fabric without getting some bunches or wrinkles. So you stop with the needle in the fabric, lift the foot, and then shift your fabric a little, do a couple more stitches, and so on. Once you get it stitched, and you're going to leave an opening to turn it right side out. Hi, Pam. But you don't turn it right side out until there used to be fabric here. I just took my scissors and I cut straight across, just about maybe 1/8 of an inch from the stitching down there. And then at the top, I cut a wedge out down, but not through my stitching. Cut a little V out up here, because you want to remove fabric where it's going in. You have to remove the excess fabric or it'll bunch. So you cut the fabric away. So that's if you're going into a curve. Now, if you're working your way around the outer part of the curve, you don't necessarily have to cut away. You don't have to do wedges like this. You don't have to do that. That's not necessary. You can just snip, just so that when you turn these in, there's a little give. It works out fine this way. Morning, Carol. So then once you've clipped anything that's got a curved that goes out, so I've clipped all the way up and around. There's little like clips. See where it's clipped away? Little clips in it. There you go. You can see my little clips there. And I clip almost to the thread where I sewed them together. And then when I turn it right side out, and it looks like this hole would be too small, but it's fine. You get a little bit of it. And turn it out. And if you just gently work it, don't try to rip it and pull it. That's how you pop your stitches and make tears and stuff. All right, then it looks kind of weird because you've got to work all your little curves out. That's where this is a stuffing tool. They used to give you these when you bought polyfill, and I have a bunch of them because over the years I used to get them. Now they don't stick the sticks in with the polyfill anymore. So I stick my stuffing tool in there. I have another tool, but I can't find it. It's got a curved edge. And I just kind of gently work my way around, pushing it around. And then I do this hump. And I'm just pushing and working my way around that curve. And then you get a nice curve. Just gently keep working it around. And then down here, you have a point you've got to bring out. There it is. Like so. And then I just smooth it. And then where my opening was, I need to fold the seam allowance, which is that 1/4 inch. Kind of eyeball that and work at it. And then what I do is I put a pin where the opening is just to hold it in place. And then I will take this to my ironing board, and I'll start at the top up here, and I'll iron this and get it all nice and smooth. And sometimes I'll run it between my fingers to get that to lay nice and smooth. And I want to make sure that the fabric that's going to be at the back is a little behind the fabric that's going to show, so that I don't have like a striped line that outlines it. I mean, that's no biggie. But anyway, that's how you get your points and your curves dealt with. This almost needs to be pushed a little bit more from the inside. So I'll just poke it. Poke, 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 poke. And don't push it hard. I mean, gently poke it out. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to go and press this and continue on. The next two dresses are here. So this is for one dress, and it'll have the stripes as the lining. And this is going to be a watermelon dress with red for the lining, but I didn't have enough of the watermelon fabric, so the skirt's going to be the same as the lining. So that'll be an interesting looking dress. But that's all I wanted to share this morning. I want to get these dresses done, and this afternoon we're going to do some art. So I'll see you at 1:30 right after Ann. Thanks for watching. Bye.